What's up? We're live.
Yeah.
Oh man, I look and feel like all fresh hell, but it's all good.
Hey. We all have our ups and downs. Yeah, especially when Mother Earth is vibrating weirdly. So
Right. Let me go over here and I'm getting this other stream going for mine.
Right. Yeah.
Real quick to get them transferred over.
Yes, absolutely.
So let's see if I can. There it is. All right, so there's my link I need. All right, let me start a live over here so they know. So let's see if I can. There it is. Is there an echo from that?
There is.
All right, so there's my link I need. Let me mute that real quick. All right, let me start a live over here so they know. So there we go. I needed the link for it. All right, create broadcast. All right, let me get this one rolling.
Yeah.
Enter studio. Why didn't that go? All right, I got that going over there.
All righty. Very cool.
All right, I'm gonna go check it from mine and make sure that it's streaming right. I'm gonna go check the live on mine. Make sure it looks how I think it does in my head. Let's see here. Oh, my channel. That's what I'm doing. See, I forget what I'm doing by the time I even get to the thing I'm going to.
Oh, I completely get that.
Okay. It's showing me live right now. Let me click on it. Am I live? Ooh, no, I'm not. Let me do something over here real quick.
Yeah.
Go live. There we go. I never hit the go live. I thought I had grew up from that technology. One. Right? All right. Let me mute and stop cam from this one just in case it does try to show. All right, so that, oh, wait, let me go. Okay, yeah, it's on there. It has the link for this stream to click on, and it says we're at Lara's channel, and that's what I put up in the corner. Yeah, it's rolling.
Nice.
Hopefully they'll know to come over here. All right, wait, wrong live. Okay, right StreamYard. Okay, all right. Now then.
The joys of technology.
I know. Tell me about it. Oh, me. Okay. So, you got anything pressing you want to talk about tonight?
No, there's, there's a lot of stuff happening in the world if you get your eyes open. But, outside of that, no, just trying to ride these energy waves as they're flying in. They're kind of rough these last few days.
I know.
Big solar storm.
Tell me about it. Yeah. Go. Let's watch this video real quick.
Yeah.
And this is the dude I was telling you about, the suspicious observers guy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I trust that he knows the shit. I know nothing about it, but he seems to be pretty knowledgeable. And that's where I get my, like, that's who I feel is my go-to for the sun info.
Mm-hmm.
And I may reach out to this guy because, I mean, I don't know how long I've followed him, but I actually just recently thought about reaching out to him for an interview so he could explain some things. He has a huge channel, I think. Yeah, 47,000 views. I don't know if he has any want to talk to me.
You never know.
But this is his news for today. I hadn't watched it yet, so let's see what he had to say.
Okay.
Today. All right. Excuse me. Let's see. All right. Yeah, huge because it's like 50,000 views.
Yeah.
Do I have this muted?
Oh. Yeah, there's no
I do
sound.
have it muted. I don't know. Wait.
Good morning. Today we thought we'd take an uncomfortable look at geospace and the solar pounding the ionosphere is taking. We had a solar flare as well here the last day. Let's run it down at spaceweathernews.com. And we find the last 24 hours on our star relatively quiet until this morning when the departing limb let loose an M-class solar flare. You can see it there at the right side of the chart, the spike. And again, it was the departing active region sunspots at the very side of our perspective. CME will miss Earth. But as the reverberations of the previous CME impact were occurring here at Earth, the coronal hole stream arrived. Density spike followed by another storm condition. And we're going to have to bring this up again here in the show in just a minute. A touch of eye candy here. NGC 169 and an interacting galaxy. The big one is a Seyfert galaxy, known to blast stars out from its central region, and one wonders if this was a chance encounter or if the big one is raising the little one. We've also got a dark matter model taking a spanking once again. A complete interaction profile of the galactic interior defies the models, forcing this team to think dark matter is indeed interactive. In reality, it's the Hall and Z and other electrodynamic effects within the galactic system. Now, folks, this is kind of hard to believe. Astra Space had their first satellite launch from Florida yesterday, and everything was going fine after liftoff and for the first 3 minutes of the flight. But when it hit the ionosphere, they lost all control. Rocket began spinning like crazy and was lost. Folks, exactly 1 week after SpaceX, another week geomagnetic event with a double storm occurrence profile, and space missions lost in a key coupling point for space energy in the ionosphere. From the amount of drag increase to the electric current.
Oh, there's Mr. Hugh. I didn't even see him. Hey, Mr. Hugh.
Yeah.
Hi, Hugh. Geomagnetic storm 2 weeks in a row, but no such major solar outbursts occurred. The impact of the minor events continues to suggest our planetary field.
I was watching this. I was like,
lower layers, the ionosphere and the atmosphere of Earth,
but
more vulnerable.
We greatly appreciate
that's that dude, and he usually has some pretty interesting stuff on there.
Oh yeah,
like how I was just watching that. Like it's really interesting. Some of it's above my head, but I like listening to him.
Yeah,
anyway.
no, he has a lot of good, very knowledgeable on it, and it's been very interesting. I've just recently, in the last few years, have gotten into watching it. Not only his stuff, but others, and as someone who lives on a boat, you watch the weather, and then you start watching how other things are triggering weather, and then you realize, oh my goodness, it the sun is affecting us, and you start paying attention to that weather channel just as much as your local.
Well, it's pure raw energy, and it's rawest. All outer space, like weather, like that, totally affects us here on Earth. That's our not our atmosphere, but it's coming into our atmosphere. And I mean, if you believe kind of the things that they say about HAARP and DARPA and all that stuff, they're destroying our ionosphere with all that weather manipulation type stuff. So we really don't have, that's supposed to be our barrier, you know, and it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah,
I do believe that we have a holes ripped all in it.
Oh, yes.
I'm wondering if it's even still there at this point. I guess it is because you saw the rocket hit it a while ago, but I'm like, do we even have an ionosphere at this point?
It's probably rather
they've been trying to mess it up for a long time. Oh,
quite a while.
You know what? You know what? Let's talk about. You know the Bible.
Yeah.
You want to do end times? End time theories?
Well, sure. The four horsemen of the apocalypse have arrived.
I think so, man. I think so. I didn't know if you kind of followed that, but I know with your Christian background, growing up that way, like you may have some belief in it. Because I mean, I do. Because I said.
But you have to look at the word apocalypse first. And people go to what Hollywood has told us, you know, the zombie apocalypse, and you know,
we're in
war.
That.
Well, yeah.
Have you met half the U.S.?
yeah. But the word apocalypse, if you take it back to its origins in ancient Greek, it means the unveiling of the truth.
And I mean, that's what's happening. Truth coming out.
Truth is coming out. We are in the age of Aquarius, and it's time to tell the truth. It just is.
Yeah.
And so but the end times, there's a whole bunch of places you can look for it, but the four horsemen can be the four companies that came up with the thing you put in your arms, that you break them down numerologically. That's a word.
Hi, Scotty. Thank you.
Hi, Scotty. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
I do. But you break their names down in numerology, and you come up with the exact same numbers that spell out the names of the four horsemen of the apocalypse.
Well, you know how the Bible says, like the Antichrist, or people translate it, that there's going to be this Antichrist, there's going to be this like one dude in power. Like that's something that I don't know about that part of it. I think there's going to be several dudes, because the Antichrist, it never says there's the one entity that's the Antichrist. It's the spirit of the Antichrist.
Right.
And I think there's going to be a bunch of Antichrists. Like, I think people are trying to point, like, oh, the Pope. Oh, Joe Biden. Joe Biden don't have sense to be nobody. But anyway.
Might find his way out of his basement at some point. But it's you have to understand that the Christian Satan, Antichrist, is something that they basically made up. It's a composite of evil.
I think that everybody, exactly, because I think that within the biblical sense and like Christianity, I think everybody got labeled the devil or Satan or Lucifer. And I think there's many, I mean, a third of the angels fell. A third of them. There's more than just that one. Because, okay, are you familiar with Enoch? Oh yeah, you grew up Catholic. I forgot. Y'all had that in y'all's Bible, didn't y'all?
Oh yeah.
See, Enoch was later on for me because, you know, I wasn't Catholic or anything like that, so I didn't find Enoch until my late 20s. But damn, wasn't that a good read?
Oh yeah, that's very interesting.
I really like Enoch. But,
Enoch and his chariot.
You know how Enoch talks about like the main 7 angels that came down and gave humanity knowledge, and I think it was Azazel, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I think Azazel would be who the Christians try to label Satan.
Yes,
I think it's Azazel.
Because he is the angel of mourning, of grieving, of death, and is perceived as evil, but he's actually when you're in the time of grieving, you call Azazel in for comfort.
I don't know if I'd be calling Azazel. Azazel scares me. I don't
know. Because he's been labeled wrong.
I don't know.
He's been labeled wrong. Take my word for it. Dude's been labeled wrong. Just like Lucifer's been labeled wrong. Now, I'm not a Luciferian or anything like that. But if you go back to what Lucifer really was before co-opted by the Christians, it's the light bearer. He is free will. He embodies all of free will. That's why he helped God test Job.
It just seems like there's a lot of Bible stories where they're in cahoots about testing some folks.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like to do that. Well,
kind of like it's good cop, bad cop thing going on.
A lot of that good cop, bad cop. Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of Christians, they don't put any stock in Enoch, not outside the Catholic or Eastern Orthodox churches. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I've always wondered that because they said, no, it contradicts the Bible. And it's like, really, Enoch is what brought me back around to giving the Bible, a lot more credit than I was there for a while, because I'm like, man, this is echoing it big time. And, excuse me, sorry. But, I don't know. That's something that I geek out on quite a bit, actually, is like the 7 angels that brought down knowledge to mankind. It's like, were they helping us or were they trying to trick us? But I was on a previous channel a while ago, the Great Lockbeard, and like he was talking about Are We Alone, and was talking about aliens and stuff, and it just got me. I just started thinking about Enoch, Genesis, and all my beliefs kind of on that rabbit hole. And I don't know. The jury's still out for me on them. Like, I think it could go one or two ways. Either they're completely misrepresented and they tried to bring humanity good things, try to do good things for us, or it's the complete opposite, and they gave humans knowledge before they were ready. You know what I mean? Because one gave the art of war, which all of them turned into the 7 deadly sins, essentially.
Yes.
It's because humans couldn't handle that type of power. We were given power and we didn't deserve it, I don't think. And we weren't ready. But he was talking about ancient civilizations, like our ancestors, and I think they did. But my thing is, like, no, I don't think they did it alone. There was something to them 7 angels, because it's been echoed all throughout history and everything. We can see it in the monuments from ancient days in North America, all over the globe. We see it, and that's why I can't rule out. I can't rule out good and evil, the gods and all that, because it's everywhere. Every civilization on the earth has their own version.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And it all goes, and you can look at it deeper and find out how many of the world religions have a savior figure who has 12
Jesus-like qualities. Exactly. 12 is the representative of every single one. Every single major religion, there's 12, the 33s. It's all the same story retold in different ways with different names.
Exactly.
But I think there is a connection to all of it. Has to be.
Oh, yes. Well, 12 is the base number for the universe. It runs on a base of 12. Earth, right now, our numbers run on base 10. But the universe actually runs on base 12. And then 33 is the number of mastery. So all these saviors have the 12 disciples and the mastery. So but they all speak the same thing.
And I believe either Jesus got around a lot better than people think, or we had multiple Jesuses possibly at different times. Like
both.
Why do we think that Jesus only came once? Like,
well, the Christ consciousness and that Jesus embodied was here with Krishna and with Buddha. But
it's all the same philosophy. It's all the same teaching at the end of the day, especially Buddhism. Buddhism, people want to talk bad about Buddhism. It's like Buddhism, I think, makes you a better Christian.
It does.
Because Buddhism isn't a religion. Not to me. It's more
it's a philosophy.
Life. Yeah.
It's a philosophy. And
there's no
interesting
dogma.
thing, you can look in the library, the Buddhist teachings, and discover that there is a prophet called Jesus, and it is believed that it's Jesus that they are referring to.
Are you familiar with the what? Sorry.
In the Gospel of Thomas, it's alluded to where Jesus was in the missing years, and he spent some time in India. He spent time with the Druids. He spent time with the Native Americans. His uncle was a tin trader, and he accompanied him around the world and studied.
Right. And sometimes I've wondered if the 12 disciples are representative of like 12 different personality types. Does that make sense? Like 12 different types of people. Because I feel like if I identified with any of them, like I'm a
like the 12 constellations. The 12 constellations. Yes.
Like I think there's something to that. Like I know that I have a little bit of Gemini here and I got a little bit of Aquarius here, but I'm a Libra. And I think there's something to that. We're born under different. There's a reason that's assigned to us, and the stars were put there for our ancestors and us. Like that's where we're supposed to get our signs from. From what I gather from the Bible, they were put there for us to figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out.
And I forgot where I was going. I had a rabbit trail I was about to get on. I was just on the beginning of it too. But like the disciples and the different, and that's what I've heard is like I've heard an astrology kind of tangent of how each one is representative of the signs, and like I don't know which one Thomas would be. To me, he would be more of a Capricorn, but or the most skeptical that there is. Who would that be? Capricorn?
Probably so. Yeah,
and because air signs are still open. They're skeptical, but they're open. And like earth signs are more just, this is the way things are. They're very rooted in the physical.
Yes.
And, but no, like I could feel, I would be a doubting Thomas. Like if I were a disciple, that would be me, because I've always been that person where it's like, I'm hot and cold. Like, yeah, I totally believe this. Totally believe it. And then it's like, nah. I'm over it. Don't believe it no more.
The Gospel of Thomas is one of the books in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and considered one of the apocryphal Gospels.
Okay, in Catholicism, did y'all just have Enoch, or did y'all have all the Apocrypha?
Oh, not everyone had Enoch, and I went to a Catholic all-girls school, and you took a lot of religion classes.
I gotcha. Did they cover all the Apocrypha?
No.
Or just Enoch?
No, we covered a little, and I covered more of Enoch when I was in college. And
I gotcha.
I was studying philosophy at the time. Political science and philosophy.
Like, I want to go back to school just to do philosophy at this point.
Oh, it was a blast.
Not to get a major, but I just want to fucking take philosophy.
Oh, it was. I had a blast taking philosophy. It was a trip. But yeah. But no, I found the apocryphal gospels on my own.
Okay.
And the Gospel of Thomas and the Gospel of Mary Magdalene are two incredibly good reads.
Man, like they are very, very interesting. I could geek out on them all day. All the apocrypha, like I love it. It feels like a whole new part of the Bible because I am very interested in the Bible. I still read the Bible quite a bit because I feel like every time I read the Bible, it says something different. That's the one thing about the Bible. It does. It changes. It changes. For sure. I was really upset they were out of my cards, but in a way I felt like, you know what? Maybe that was supposed to be that way, so I'd get this deck.
That's right.
I don't know if it's a deck that I'll keep. I may gift it at some point. I don't know, but I went ahead and got it.
Yeah.
I like the texture of the cards. The cards have a little bit of a texture to them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not... I mean, they were only like, I don't know how much they were. I think they were under $25. So for a cheaper deck, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're pretty good for $25.
Hey, I get that.
I think they'd probably be a good starter deck. Like, they would be good to learn on because a lot of people have a general knowledge of most of the stuff that the tarot is written on because she wrote it like... Oh, I love the Fool. The Fool is a Little Mermaid, and but it's not the Little Mermaid in a Disney sense,
right? Yeah,
it's the actual, like the real fairy tale, you know, like the Grimm's fairy tale version, and it says like where it actually originally came from, like, you know, that was a Denmark thing, and I really like that about that deck, man.
Yeah,
that's what cool. I love. Because I forgot, I know the snake is the devil, and I really like the devil card in that deck. And it is a fire snake, like wrapped around the trees. And I think that that's based on a Brazilian myth about a giant snake. Maybe it's Brazil. It's somewhere down in South America, you know. I mean, everybody worshipped the serpents back in the day.
Hey, they're not
yeah, and that's another thing, like back to Enoch and stuff like that. Okay, you know how in the Genesis, you know, he tells the devil after he gives them knowledge that you're going to crawl on your belly and eat dust, you know. So what was he before that? What was he before he was a snake? If he was upright walking, not crawling on his belly, what was he? That was like, seriously, since when I was little, I've always had that question. And that was the first thing I heard when I heard that verse when I was little. It's like, well, what did he do before he was crawling on his belly eating dust? Does that mean he was something else? Like, I've always wondered that. And you have all these ancient societies who are like, you know who Krissi is? And okay, so like the Mayans, you know, Aztecs, they had their reptilian.
Oh yeah.
Gods, you know. That's why I think there might be something like, I mean, the reptilian race and like how the reptilians are running the world. Like, I don't know if they're literal reptilians, but I think that there's a connection there. I think there's a connection.
Cold-hearted. Yep.
Because really, honestly, what I believe is I think we're descendants of all of them. We're the aliens on Earth.
Basically.
Maybe this was Bigfoot's planet and we took it over. Maybe that's what happened. That's why they're still hiding.
That would make sense. Yeah, I don't want to be seen by those humans. I know the feeling.
Those damn fleshy entities that try to...
Yeah. Hairless things.
Ugly looking little things.
Yeah. They reproduce like rabbits.
Right. Oh man. Hey, Trumpy Bear.
Hi, Trumpy Bear.
Trumpy Bear. Hi. I never knew there was a gospel on Mary Magdalene. You should look into it. Let me pull it up.
It was, I can't say it was written by her, but it was written from her word. And
it's a different account. Like, it's different from the biblical account that we get. But yes, the Gospel of Mary.
Yep.
And let me pull up a video on it, because Hugh, it's pretty. It's a good rabbit hole.
Yeah, it is. It really is. The dispute between Mary and Peter is a huge crux of situations. Got all the all of a sudden the word went away. The what were they? Oh my goodness, my brain damage is showing. I can't remember the name. All of a sudden, got a whole group of people who believed that Mary Magdalene was the founder of the church and not Peter. They were all killed.
Because that's another thing that I never understood about Christianity, and I'm not trying to sound like a feminist when I go here, because y'all, I'm not a feminist, but I'm just saying, like, I just don't believe that women had no standing.
Women had a large standing in early Christianity,
and
very large standing.
Every religion prior to that, like, women at least had an equal role, if not a bigger role. And that's why one of the main reasons I can't sign on 100% to the Christian philosophy, because horrible stuff happened to women in the Bible and they deserved it, and it's like, really?
Yeah.
Really? Because God, I try not to get on this, and it always happens. But the prophets, these holy men of God, like, remember the story about, dang, I forgot his name. But anyway, his concubine left him, and he went to go get her. And as he was bringing her back, they stopped in this town with this guy. Sorry, I can't remember names right now. But and not Lot, because there's a similar story with Lot, not that one. This guy and his concubine stay the night at this person's house, and these evil men surround the house trying to get in so they can do bad things with this man of God. And they offer up, like, the owner of the house, offers up his daughters, just like, the story. And with Lot, like, they seem to always offer up their virgin daughters. Like, they don't matter as much. Like, take them. But no, they ended up giving the concubine over to these people, and they did horrible things to her all night, and she crawled back and basically died on the front porch step. And he cut her up and sent her to all the nations of the tribes of Israel. And all hell, fire and brimstone came down on that town afterwards. But it's like, why is that okay? Like, why were women just considered just trash, man? Like, that's what I don't get. Like, Jesus says everybody's equal, And but, like, Christianity, even in today's times, I mean, like, especially the way I grew up, I wasn't supposed to do nothing. And, like, the girls I grew up with, like, no, you don't have a life. You make babies and you cook. That's all you're supposed to do. And, like, we were raised that we were supposed to get married and we serve our husbands in every aspect. Like, you don't have a self, you don't have a voice, you don't have a life. And it seems like it may not be, it may not seem as extreme in other denominations, but it still happens. It may not be as in your face and obvious, and it may be because I live in the South. I don't know. But this is a common theme down here. And that's why it's just like, I can't believe in a God that was that horrible to women in the Old Testament. Like, the God I know don't treat anybody like that.
Yeah.
Especially not just because they're female, you know?
But it wasn't God treating them like that. It was the other humans.
The humans, but God, like, gave them instructions in the old law of how to take care of these women for doing these things.
Yeah, well, there's that in details.
And it wasn't okay it was okay for the guys to have concubines and several women, but I mean, you know, let's not talk about the girls that wanted a little strange on the side. Like, what happened to them? But it's okay for their husbands to do it. Fuck.
Yeah.
Hang on, my fucking director is in here. Hang on. 1 second.
Sure, sweetie. But the Gospel of Mary Magdalene is really remarkable. You do see a whole different view of what Jesus was teaching, and who the church might have really been left to, and and until other people got involved. But the Gospel of Thomas is also an excellent read. It talks to Jesus in his youth and what could possibly have happened in the missing years. He got a lot of travel in, is what they think. So, well, hi, Papa. Yes. Yeah, Krissi knows how to do all those links, so she was kind enough to do that. But yeah, my little bitty channel, I've just started it here on YouTube, so thank you for finding us. But the Gospel of Thomas, you get a little more in depth on the teachings of Jesus in the current Bible, especially the King James version. It's quite edited down. What in Thomas takes 3 pages, you'll have in a paragraph in the King James. It goes more in depth, and you begin to realize that Jesus was enlightened on quite an exorbitant level, that he in fact was most likely a yogi trained by Buddha. And just his teachings, even when you read Thomas, you find out that he taught he actually teaches you how to breathe properly so that you can attain the right vibration and mental status so that you can channel God, that you are on the same wavelength. And it's quite an interesting read. And then you find out what a precocious little child Jesus was too. And that gets him in trouble, but it's actually quite humorous as well. So, but the apocryphal gospels and the Dead Sea Scrolls, although there are major holes because the scrolls fell apart before they could be translated. They are an immense knowledge that the Essene, that were a group of hermits in the Middle East, that they believe Jesus and John the Baptist belonged to. They're the ones who saved all that knowledge by putting it in the caves. So it's quite an expanse. If you want to go down an archaic rabbit hole, that is an excellent one to go down.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Hi.
Yeah, I'm back. I got in trouble.
Uh-oh.
I had to get a lecture.
Uh-oh.
Thanks for coming, Papa. I'm glad you found it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
But yeah, read up on some of the Apocrypha. If you have any interest in the Bible, I think it would. A lot of people says that all truth is in the Bible, which may be so, to each their own opinion. But I think the Apocrypha is at least a good read. I mean, it is.
Oh, it
if you're interested in biblical history, it's a good read for sure.
Absolutely.
Whether you believe any of it or not, it's a good read.
It is. Things you don't know. It might touch you somewhere that might touch you somewhere that the other books that you do know about haven't, and it's just a different point of view.
It is, and to me, it might make everything make a little bit more sense.
Yes, yeah, it does. It really does. Especially with in Thomas, where they go in depth on the Jesus's teachings that have been, like I said, edited. And you find that he was a lot. I mean, quite enlightened, but incredibly wise. And a lot of his quotes have been edited.
Because y'all got to think, like, when the Bible was canonized, men decided what was inspired by God and what wasn't. Remember, man made that decision.
Yes.
So keep that in mind when you read apocryphal texts. Like, just because it didn't make it in the canonical version of the Bible doesn't mean that there's not truth in there as well.
Exactly. Yes. I like to say the Bible is written by man and edited by kings. So take it for what you will.
Exactly. And every king had their own agenda.
Yes.
Especially King James. He had a hell of one.
He had quite a big agenda.
And but there are even subtle differences I've noticed reading scripture online and like reading the different, like I'll click on a bunch of different versions, and there are things that are changed from the Bible, even the newer versions like the NIV that we have.
Yeah.
Because I found this in the Bible, because this is something I kind of get hung up on. I wish I could think of the verse in scripture now, but can't. Not good at that. But it talks about the heavenly bodies, the celestial bodies, and stuff like that. And in the NIV version, it specifically calls out Pleiades, which are the Pleiadians, if you will. And then in another version of the Bible, one of the newer translations, it translates it as Arcturus.
Yeah.
And that goes along with the Arcturians. And it's like, okay, with my working knowledge of those are two separate different things.
Yes.
And like the King James is more blanket reference of a celestial body, and like the newer versions are really trying to pinpoint which celestial bodies. Yeah. And that's two very separate different things right there. Absolutely. And I'm like, and it just leads me to believe that there's many gods out there. When it comes to the 10 Commandments, you know how, thou shalt not have no other gods before me?
Right.
Like, in my mind, what does that mean before me? Does that mean, like, they're there just, I'm the number one? Those come after me?
Yahweh is, he was of the Elohim, at a class of
the shiny ones.
Yes.
Y'all look into the Elohim too, and the shiny ones, and that's another like rabbit hole, and that was a good way.
Yeah, and that's what he's referencing there is you shall not worship any of the other of us. I am your creator.
But it's like, which one was it? That's the rabbit hole for me. Which one is that main God? Because they're all pretending to be one. And Abraham,
his father was an idol carver. And so, he grew up in the pagan life, but
right, Pyro, right.
But
pretty much what you said.
Yep,
Edited by Kings.
Yeah, edited by Kings. Church, Kings, same difference. Yeah.
Agendas.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just insane that it's all been changed. But it's
all been mixed together.
Yes. But the Elohim were, the shining ones, and Yahweh is one of them. But Abraham, that's what I was saying. Abraham's father was an idol carver. He made the idols for the local churches and such. And when Abraham decided to go monotheistic, he actually started worshiping the sun god that his tribe worshipped. And that is supposed to be the head of the Elohim. But the question is, was he the good one or the bad one?
Right, because I think there's a little bit of both. I mean, it says in the Bible that, Lucifer will... Oh, I can't think. I'm sick right now. The Bible's usually my jam. But, basically he's false light.
Yes.
How many original books have been left out now? I mean, who knows?
They keep finding. Every time someone throws a rock at a cave in the desert, they find another stash.
That. Every time they find a strange book at the Vatican, it's like, what's that?
Oh yeah.
Because that's where they're all at.
The Vatican and caves in the Middle East.
Yeah, it's because I think it's all there waiting to There's so much we hadn't found. There's so much.
Oh yes, yeah, absolutely. And when we find it all, it'll be amazing. But
did he have I'm wondering if I read that wrong. Is he wondering how many apocryphal books there are? Is that what he asked, or was he just asking a rhetorical question?
How many original? Yes, I think he's asking how many of what are called apocryphal.
There's
honestly
15.
I don't know. There's 15
total
known ones, but they have the other libraries that they've discovered in caves that they're decoding right now. So it's going to grow.
Something about end times. All this knowledge is supposed to come to surface.
Yeah, the veil has been lifted. Come here, Libs.
And okay, how everybody thinks, not everybody, but a lot of people think this is end times. And I always say, and I mean this in a joking way, the Christians say it's end times, the Democrats say it's global warming. But I think that before that happens, before end times happens, the governments Christianity is the largest religion on this planet. And followed right behind that is other religions that have their own versions of end times. And the governments that be are going to play into that. I think that's what we're seeing today. They're trying to make us think that's where we're at.
Well,
they're fear mongering. That's how they're playing on people's fear, is by making. I seriously think that's what they're trying to do, making it look like it's end times. It's really not, but they have the power to make it appear that way.
That's the mistranslation of the word apocalypse. The end of time doesn't mean, they don't say the end of time, right, or the end of the world. They say the end of times.
Right.
So what are they referring to? They're referring to the end of a way of life, right, an age, an era. Right. And for every season, turn. We're turning another corner. We entered the house of Aquarius. The veil is lifting, although incredibly slowly for those of us who are waiting, but it is lifting, and the truth is coming out slowly but surely. And that's what they're referring to. It's going to be the end of an era. The new age is here.
Wealth of knowledge underneath that Vatican. And I'm wondering how deep that Vatican goes, because over there in Rome, like, it's very well known that there are layers and layers and layers of civilizations underneath the surface of the rock. So it's like, what is the Vatican built on? Why is it basically its own damn country over there? What are they hiding? I don't think it's just a basement. Like, there might be this football size filled basement underneath it. It's like, what's under that? I feel like the deeper we go in the rabbit hole, more and more truth that's hidden down under there. That's just I don't know if that's a conspiracy theory or not, but it's mine.
Actually quite a few.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I can see that. I can see that because just how it is all the way over there. They lived under the rock. You know what I mean? And they built civilizations in the rock. That's just what they did back in those days. And you can't tell me that underneath the Vatican is the only place in Rome that just doesn't happen to have all this tunnel network and system running under it. Bullshit. Not especially that large of an area.
No, they have their own subway, so
I feel like they built everything there to hide something. There's something like they built there to control it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could be. Could be.
I always thought that because, okay, I'm about to get really way out there on a conspiracy theory here, but I do think that there's something to like the inner Earth, the hollow Earth theory.
Mm-hmm.
And what if that's the main like gateway between, not gateway, but like literal descent down to somewhere in hollow Earth is through the tunnels underneath the Vatican that may or may not exist.
I know it definitely dates back. The ruins do go back to as far back as St. Peter's burial. And is there something else there? Well, there was always there were always temples there. Mm-hmm. So
it's always been occupied by the church.
Yeah. Someone's always been worshiping there. So, but I would actually have to go and look, but I'm sure there are some pretty powerful ley lines that cross there.
Oh, I'm sure. They show up anywhere. Something suspicious.
Yeah. Yes.
That is why they are looking up in the sky every night. Right.
Yes.
Lucifer, isn't that the name of their thing in Colorado? Is it Lucifer? Yeah. Right. They're satellite.
They're satellite, yeah. I think you might be. No, is it? I can't remember the name of it.
I'm going to look it up. I think it's in Colorado. Satellite in Colorado. Let me put Catholic on there, so it'll bring me up to Catholic Church. Know what I'm talking about. No, let me just reword that. Google's like, I can't even put that together in a logical sentence. Catholic satellite. Lucifer. Yeah, I think that's his name. The Vatican owns a telescope called Lucifer. Why?
Because Lucifer is an angel that is the knowledge bringer. He shows man their free will.
Is that the Vatican basically agreeing to that? Like, are they on record saying that's why they named it? Like, is that a Catholic thing? Or
I don't think. No, I'm guessing at that.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I'm guessing, but that's what Lucifer really is, not what he's believed to be.
Right, and it's like, if the Catholic Church is so against the devil and Lucifer, like, why are they naming their?
Yeah, that's a good question. I will have to. I will delve down that rabbit hole. I could always use a little more information.
Yeah, right. That is an interesting one.
Yeah, I'll delve down that one. I
nerded out on.
Yep.
There's a lot of things. There are so many things when it comes to this, like space race to find different galaxies. Man, I mean, the Vatican's all over it. They're all over it.
Yeah, yeah. They've always had their scientists.
Yeah.
But I don't get how they justify their faith with the science. But whatever.
Isn't Madame Curie or whatever her name? Is she a saint? Was she sanctified?
Mm-mm.
Or whatever y'all call it? She wasn't? Okay. I was thinking for some reason she made it into saint category.
No, man. You have to perform like 3 miracles after you've died.
Oh, okay.
It helps if you were Catholic, and
I gotcha.
Yeah.
The most I know, honestly, about Catholicism is when you're in homeschool, Paisley went through a Catholic curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a really good curriculum. But, oh gosh, like I realized, honestly, how indoctrinating the Catholic Church was. Like, whoa.
Yeah, just a skosh. Yeah, that Catholic guilt. Get you every
I was
time.
like, whoa, this is heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy for some 4th grade.
Yep. Yeah, and I went to Catholic school from 1st grade through college.
So. They get scary quick.
Oh, yeah.
I've got nightmares every night, man. Oh, I already read that one. That's what got us off on the Lucifer rabbit hole.
Yes.
Oh, me. But yeah, they're trying to find something, or acting like they're trying to find something. But what are they looking for? Why are they so interested?
I will delve down this rabbit hole. I gotta say, I haven't looked down this one much, so I will look down it. But yeah, who knows? Maybe they're looking for the Pleiadians. They need a different type of telescope, though, if they're going to do that.
So. There is the Pleiadians. There's so much stuff that links back to them, man. Like everything monumental built by man has been because of Orion's damn belt. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, what's going on? What's going on there?
Yeah, pointing right to home.
Exactly. And like that's what our ancient ancestors are telling us all over the globe.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. But apparently
were they all tripping? Were they all tripping? Surely not.
All at once, enough to get an entire workforce to build all the mounds, all the pyramids, everything that's etched into the bedrock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I don't think anyone could have that big of a supply at ready to keep that many people tripping.
Uncle Bones is here. Hello, Uncle Bones.
Hey.
How are ya? Good to see ya. Oh, mate, I'm sick tonight.
Yeah.
I look and feel like fresh hell, but I'm here.
Yes. Well, we should probably keep it short for you tonight, sweetie.
It's whatever. I'm down for whatever. I really don't care. I'm going to be feeling like hell regardless. No matter what
I know that feeling. I know that.
Oh, man. I'm like, well, you hadn't missed that much. We've been just chit-chatting about Apocrypha, possible end times, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I guess the Lucifer satellite in Colorado that the Vatican owns. Just the Vatican and their typical shadiness, pretty much. Oh, me. But when y'all come over here, don't forget to like and sub on Laura's channel.
Yes, please. I do appreciate it.
They are big because I want to get my new cards out. I want to play with them for a second. Might as well do it alive so I can show it to people. But what the hell did I just do? Okay.
Oh, you muted yourself, Krissi. Let's see.
I'll share with Lockbeard. I love Lockbeard.
Yeah.
BRB.
So I guess she's gonna run off and get a deck of her cards. So welcome all, and I do appreciate all the likes and subs on the page. I'm just starting out here on YouTube, and so I do appreciate all the help. I don't understand the algorithm here at all. I'm Gen X, and I became sick right as the internet was getting big, right before dial-up went away, and wound up spending quite a few years in the hospital and not playing on a computer, and now I'm getting my life back, and I have to figure all this computer stuff out, and it's confusing. Give me the apocryphal gospels and the Akashic records any day than this computer stuff. But so I hope everyone is doing well. Yes, welcome, Uncle Bones. And oh, there she is, back with her cards. We get the earbuds. Oh, you're
What's
muted
up?
too.
I'm back.
Oh, there you are. She's back.
There we go. All right. Hey, Pyro, you wasn't here last night. What's your sign? I want to know all y'all signs. I gotta know. I'm nosy like that.
Oh,
Uncle Bones said something to you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me see.
Sorry, I was clicking.
Oh, you're doing it too. I'm like, oh, okay. Very nice. Okay. Thank you.
They're interesting though. They make my day. They really do. I like listening. He's a Cancer. Okay. I gotcha.
Yeah. Two of my one of my children's a Cancer. The other two are Leos.
You know, the only Cancer I've ever really dealt with is my mom. That's the only Cancer I think I've ever known.
Oh, yeah. My oldest daughter's a Cancer.
I gotcha. Cancers, man, I get along with seriously just like about everybody in the zodiac. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. I hadn't had many dealings with them except for my mom. So
yeah.
It may just be her. It's very possible.
Yeah.
Gemini, I love this Gemini energy, man.
Yes. Yeah, I've got a Gemini moon.
Me too. And like, I don't know why, but this is why I do believe in astrology, because like I hadn't even tried, but Geminis, man, I flock to them and they flock to me. Mm-hmm. I don't get why. Like, they become my best friends. Like, my second daughter was a Gemini. My boyfriend's a Gemini. And some of my closest friends, like, Gemini is a recurring theme. A Gemini and Aquarius. A lot of Aquarius, too. Ton of Aquarius. Any air sign. I guess that's what I've always known the most. Or Libra. And that, just a thing, man. That's why I believe in astrology. It's just how it goes. Oh. Yeah, Mr. Hugh is the Aries.
Aries, so am I.
Then we have a Scorpio. My dad was a Scorpio, and my oldest daughter is a Scorpio. When's your birthday? November, or maybe October. When's your birthday, Papa?
Yeah,
he may be right after me. Somewhere on that cuspy cusp. Libras and Scorpio. I guess it's because, like, I'm straight down the middle. I'm supposed to be straight Libra, But I think I do have some Scorpio tendencies too, or maybe it was just the fact I was raised by one. I'm not sure.
that could do it too.
I work weekends and have had a few fires with my volunteer department. I saw you posted several more orb clips, maybe. There's 2 rooms, and the ones that look alike, the upstairs storage room, is where most of the videos came from. That was all from that one night. Like, that is the one night in question. And I found some more videos that actually had on it, so I posted them. And I have one more on there from the downstairs storage, which is located on the opposite wall of my barber shop. Like, that's on the other wall. And that is connected to the room that I sealed up from the other room that I was talking about that night on the live. And that video happened the night of the live when we were discussing all this. Was the night that happened. So I added that. But there's a new one of a new room, and that's the downstairs storage where things have been happening. And I sealed off the wall. Maybe that did no good because stuff showing up anyway.
Tearing down the wall seems to have been the issue.
Yep. Had 2 cards pop out. I'm playing with some cards over here. 2303. 323. Birthday's March 23rd. Is that what you mean?
Could be.
He said he was
an Aries.
Yeah. Aries, so because he's in Ireland, I don't know if they go backwards. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no. Actually, they say that we go backwards. We write our dates wrong.
Of course, because we do try to do everything different than everybody else.
Yeah, we do.
The Hanged Man and the King of Wands, and this is why check out the Hanged Man.
Nice artwork,
aren't they though? But this is the Hanged Man, and it's Sleeping Beauty. That's what I mean about it's based on like different things.
Nice.
She did really good with the artwork and the imagery. Like, that's the one thing about it. There's some of the prettiest cards I've ever seen. Look at that King of Wands, man. The fire.
That is cool.
On his wings and tail.
Yeah.
She really did some badass artwork. I'm glad she made it. That's really awesome. I was really happy to see that.
Yeah.
Because cool. I met her in September 2019 at a Comic-Con, and I bought that artwork. I showed you pictures of her, whatever. Yeah. And seriously, like, she is all over the U.S. selling these now. Like, they're
nice
everywhere. And I'm like, wow. But, you know, COVID hit right after that. So a lot of people got on stuff that they were probably kind of putting on the back burner.
Yeah.
I'm proud of her. Like, that never happened. Like, you know as well as I do how rare it is for a tarot to make it.
Yes. Yes.
June 7th is Uncle Bones.
Very nice.
Yep. My boyfriend's birthday is the 10th.
Ah. And my dad's is June 2nd. So June birthdays. Nice.
Mm-hmm. I love my Geminis.
Yes.
You can tell how bad my eyes are swelled up tonight for sure. Girl. You can tell it last night, but like tonight, it's real bad. Like I got punched. 7/7, July 7th. I like that.
Nice.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. Very fortuitous day.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm gonna pull since Pyro wasn't here. Pyro, would you like a card pulled? I'll ask you first. Do you want me to pull a card for you? We did it for everybody last night, but you weren't here. You want one? Anybody want a card? I'm trying to give you a card. Take a card. Okay, who wants one? All right. Yay! Let me get them going here. Pull another one for me. All right, Papa. Let me get
the first one's for Pyro.
Yeah.
Let's see. Too much glare.
I'm pulling from a new deck.
I'm using the Legend deck. 2 of Shields, which is I've had this deck forever. I had the book memorized, and then I had brain damage, and now most things I memorized by reading are gone, but I have all these obscure facts. But something I memorized, I can't retain. 2 of Shields. Encountering difficulties that press for a reevaluation of plans. Contending with fluctuating fortune. Retaining a sense of humor when faced with mishaps. Employing creative maneuvers to avoid troubled waters.
That's what he got.
Yep. Keep going.
Keep going. Keep going. Okay, this is the card that you got from me, dear. Can you see it? It is the Page of Cups.
Nice.
And I like this imagery because, okay, I'm an intuitive reader too. And like, I don't know, I get messages, if you will, from cards. I know that sounds crazy.
No,
but
it's not.
See how the little rabbit is coming in right here, kind of under his legs? Something I'm getting from, I've never used this card deck, so I'm like really looking into the imagery here. I see how the rabbit is coming through his legs, and I don't know if you can tell, but he's got a little red string in his mouth. And the other part of the string is wrapped around his ankle here. And with the Page of Cups, that's usually like an offer coming in, or an opportunity of some sorts, like on the horizon is usually what it means. And I think that, like, I don't know, just the picture I'm getting from the card, it's like this is going to come in by surprise with this white rabbit. But it's like he's expecting it, because the look on his face is not surprised. But it's like the rabbit wraps him up, and it's like, okay, we're doing this, you're coming. It's like an opportunity is going to come in and kind of almost just take you instead of you deciding it. That's just what I got off of it.
Yep, I would agree with that completely, actually.
And then who's next?
Let's
Papa
see.
C.
Papa C. All right. Let's see. The Emperor.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, nice card.
Step into that power.
Yeah. Wisdom and power. Competence, strength, and conviction. A confident, impressive leader who is open to the advice of others. The courage to meet a challenge, reason ruling emotions, a strong masculine influence, fair play, and established authority.
That works. The 168 may be canceled, I just heard, and may go to the eat and greet instead with Beast of the Woods. I have no idea what you're talking about right now. I may go to the eat and greet instead of... I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Myro, could you elaborate? Okay, Papa C, Papa C, Papa C. I need a message for Papa C.
Yes. Well,
we got one.
Well, wait. Well, let me answer Papa C. Well,
Okay.
You are not just anything. Yeah, I'm just the family patriarch.
That's Emperor energy.
That is Emperor. Yeah, that is Emperor energy, and your family looks up to you and views you as the patriarch, and you should embrace that.
And this popped out.
Sorry.
It's the Hangman, and it came like flying out. So crazy because I just pulled this one just a second ago. And it just came flying out of your deck. And so with that said, don't doubt yourself, Papa C. Yeah. You're not, like she just said, you're not just the family patriarch.
Yeah.
Embrace that energy, embrace that Emperor energy, and don't for once think about it. Like there's no question. No question at all.
Well, Dusty, oh my gosh, hi, buddy. It's a friend of mine from Minnesota.
Yay! Good deal.
Yeah.
Awesome. Welcome. What did I do with my cards?
Let's see.
Really, Krissi?
Oh, Uncle Bones wanted one. Told us to grab one for him. So.
Okay. I will
as soon as you find your deck.
Well,
it couldn't have gotten far. You would think.
What the actual hell?
All right. Found them. All right.
I laid them on my pull-out keyboard.
and then closed it. All right. This is for Uncle Bones.
And the second card could have came because our fire chief is retiring. Could be.
Oh, yeah.
Could be. Are you in line to become fire chief by any chance? Could that be you?
Ooh.
Or a promotion of any sort? Because that's kind of what the Page of Cups embodies is.
Yeah.
Cups usually center around love, but not always. I don't assign. A lot of card readers will say, "Oh, cups are about love." Not necessarily.
No,
messages
not
can come
always.
through.
So this is for Uncle Bones. All right. 2 of Spears. If I can get it on there without a glare. 2 of Spears. Executive responsibilities, brainstorming, planning for the future, organizing, maturity and honorable motives, careful evaluation of one's plans. So make sure that you are taking note of the victories in your life and follow up with those.
And she had the 2 of Wands, and the Queen of Wands came out over here for me. And this is the Queen of Wands, and either are you married? Do you have a wife? I'm wondering if this is representing, because you pulled the 2 of Wands and I pulled this. It reminds me of a spiritual partner, somebody that really has your back on something.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that's going to help you in whatever you're playing. If you have something that's going right now, there's a strong fire, somebody with fire behind it with you.
Yeah.
They're an ally.
Yes. Embrace it.
If that made sense. I hope it made sense. I am a little sick tonight, so.
Yeah, I've been fighting the energies myself.
The 168 was a Bigfoot excursion in Florida, and the eat and greet is a bunch of Bigfoot folks getting together at Land Between the Lakes. You ought to look into going that since you're close. I will for sure.
Oh my God.
When is this?
I love Land Between the Lakes. Absolutely.
promotion at work and possibly. I'm going to pull another card for you just because you said that. Pyro. This is a new deck that I'm working with. I'm going to pull something out of the Arthurian legend because it's just my deck. Oh, man, it's in my bedroom because it's the one I use every morning in my thoughtfulness time. But let me go get it. I'm going to pull a card for you, Pyro, since that's the case. 1 second.
Yeah. Well, while she's going do that, Pyro, I will go ahead and pull one too for the beauty of the promotion and possible chiefdom. That's great. All right. Queen of Spears. Let's see. Let's see what. Oh, yeah. I want to go. I want to go to that. That sounds great. I love the land between the lakes. I haven't been there in a while. Now, the definition of the Queen of Spears in this deck, which is ironically the deck she's going to get from her bedroom, a woman of deep conviction or spiritual thought, one who encourages the pursuit of aspirations, can represent generosity, learning, and leadership. So you have someone in your corner, just like the other reading, that you need to together you two will go far. Embrace the leadership that's being given to you. You've earned it and you deserve it. So go forth with it.
But yeah, I'm there at Land Between the Lakes. Just tell me.
Yeah.
When
and where. Is it? Yeah, exactly.
That's not far from me at all.
No, it's not far from me either.
Yeah, it's like halfway between me and her. Takes you what, about 2 hours?
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, 2-3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about.
Yeah, because
I'll get there an hour and a half probably for me.
Yeah, Dover is about 4 hours. So.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, let me pull one. I will take that. It could be a business partner or somebody you work with too. Just any type of person that you would have in a partnership. But that I'm basing that on the fact that 2 of Wands came out and the Queen of Wands together. It just seemed like a lot of fire, spirituality type energy, and that's what made me think maybe a wife or girlfriend or somebody spiritually connected to you. But that could be a family member too with that spiritual connection.
Yep.
All right, Pyro. What's happening, Pyro? Let's see. I want a card for Pyro's possible.
Yeah, you're very welcome. You're very welcome, Uncle Bones.
Did I pull one for Uncle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, or did you? I don't.
If I didn't, I will right after Pyro. I got kind of caught up on Pyro because, all right, Pyro, take this with a grain of salt because, like I said, that's a new deck, and I just started reading it. That's why I'm pulling, my OGs. Love these. But that red string wrapped around your leg made me a little nervous. It's like there's maybe some sort of strings attached. So just when you sit down and if you're offered a position, make them be crystal clear on what they're expecting from you. Just so everything's out on the table beforehand, But then again, I feel like it was more of a opportunity basically rushing in and almost taking you off your feet. Like if that rabbit were to keep going. Yeah. So I got way too many. Some came out, but it was like 15. So. Oh, about flip my chair. Let me pull this thing out so it'll catch the cards. Card's not wanting to fall. It's really not. It's really stuck in there. Concentrate with me, Pyro. Right here, let's concentrate with me. Like, ask your question as I'm shuffling. Like, think on it as I shuffle.
There you go.
Were you thinking on it? So I just had one come out. Did you get to thinking? Seven of Wands. And what I just got with this card, see how these guys are standing, they're standing guard. What are those? Looks to be like relics or something like that. Like they're guarding something. They're watching.
The 12 archways, yeah.
And this is probably needless to say in this situation, but watch your back. You have people that are working against you. But with anything, especially like a fire chief sort of position, you're gonna have that. So just be careful. Guard yourself. Keep everything close to the chest right now. Is just kind of what I got with that card. Mm-hmm. That's how I read that deck. Like, I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know how I just got that message, but that's my message. Just watch your back.
Yep. Every tarot reader reads their deck different.
I want to do a show on that.
Well, we should.
I really think, like, have different readers on and discuss, like, I don't know, kind of how they do things because everybody does it
everyone
different.
Does it totally different, yeah.
And it would help people understand. Well, I went to a tarot card reader, but she didn't do this. She did this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay for her. That's not something I do.
That's how she works the energy.
Right. And it's just messages come to everybody differently. I really, truly believe that. And I mean, I do go by book meanings, but honestly, with that one, kind of lines up with the book meaning, I guess. But like the traditional meaning is basically you're gonna have to fight your ass off for what you want. Mm-hmm. And okay, well, yeah, I guess it does go because it's watch back. That's watch your back. Loud and clear message on that one, and just. You got it. Just keep your head steady. Keep your eye on the prize.
And
just be careful who you trust.
Yes.
But Bigfoot, tell me more about that. I want to go. I'm there.
Yeah, that's weekend, like
is it? Because I will be there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me look it up. What did he say it was? Because he left me.
Land Between the Lakes. Big Brother, big
Eat and Greet.
Eat and Greet. Yeah.
Always down to meet new people.
Yeah.
Always. Especially, like, I don't even care if they believe in Bigfoot, and I don't necessarily. It's just the fact that they're open-minded, obviously, you know?
Exactly.
Let's see. Eat and Greet. I'm trying to get some things lined up for like warm weather's coming. Feel it in my bones.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get some stuff lined up to do. I have a few spots already.
Nice.
That I'm gonna go, but I would like
I was gonna week in March.
Okay, that's coming up quick then. Okay. When's your birthday, Laura?
April.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Good. Okay, so it doesn't fall in March. Because I was wondering, like, is that around your birthday? Maybe something we can do.
Yeah, come on up.
Beast of the Woods is putting it on. It's a big deal. Mostly people from all over getting together to meet who they have made friends with. Awesome! This lot beer coming. I want to meet all the people.
Very cool. Very cool.
oh my gosh, I need to meet more of the Bigfoot community before we go. So know,
yeah.
Oh, that's you. That'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yes.
So you're going, Pyro? I'm gonna make you meet me and make you talk to me, even though you won't talk to me online. It's you're gonna talk to me in person. Damn it.
Okay, cool.
Excuse me. Sorry. Okay, yes. I'm super excited. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up on here. And if anybody else is interested and don't know about it, we'll let you know if I can find something on it. Who did he say it was put on by?
It's called
Beast of the Woods.
Beast of the Woods. Oh, very, very nice, Uncle Bones. I've heard one. I've heard the howl and the breaking of the limbs right outside of vision shot. Yeah, I know.
I'm bringing some more videos, okay? Okay, everybody, I'm gonna be there. I'm it's me. It's me. I'm the one obsessed with the orbs in my shop. And I have an idea about my shop. I don't want to mention it on here because I have a feeling people will run with it. And I'm not sure that Rusty is wanting to embark on this venture with me, but I guess I'll go ahead and tell y'all. Okay, I'm going to do a live from the shop soon. I was going to tonight, but y'all just don't feel it. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel like getting out and going up there. But I'm going to do a live from up there. But second thing is something I didn't tell y'all about that storage room building. That far wall where the camera is pointing used to be access to the third story of the building. And I'm thinking about taking that wall down on camera on a live. Because that's when shit happens.
have a priest there, right?
Something. But that's when I started getting really craziest vibes is when we would pull stuff down. When we would especially when we found this old fireplace in the room where I had my first encounter. Yeah. And I need to go back and look at pictures, man, because I've taken a lot of pictures just from remodeling this place, and I need to go back through the pictures and just see if I caught anything that not even meaning to.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to do that. I'm excited because UFOs, orbs. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck Dogman is yet, but I'll read up on it. I heard about him in chat from time to time. 1987, I seen one cross the road in Washington. Bless you. A Sasquatch?
Yeah.
Is that okay? I gotcha. I want to see one so bad, and I didn't realize he was so common to this area until Facebook. What is this? YouTube. Until I started. Really? Yeah, I had no idea, and when my customer told me that's why his feet are painted, I'm like,
yeah.
Okay. So I do that's I'm going to ride Jeeps around and such, but no, I'm going to look for Bigfoot. That's really what's up. 2021 May, Nana and I had one come right to the edge of the camp and then walk halfway around us.
Wow.
See, I want a Bigfoot sighting, and it's everything else. It's you want it till you get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Careful what you wish for.
We get leprechaun here, no Bigfoot. You're in Ireland. That's right. Is that a legit thing? Do people believe in leprechauns in Ireland?
My grandmother did, and she told me how to avoid them.
Well, what I found, have you ever heard of the children of Woolpit? The green children of Woolpit? I know is Woolpit in Ireland? I think it's in the UK. I can't remember. But are you familiar with that story?
Like the Blue family from Kentucky?
Well, there were these two siblings that came out in I think it was called Woolpit. And they had a green tint to their skin. And they spoke a language that nobody understood. The boy was really sickly. and he didn't make it. He died because he tried to eat the food, and didn't go well. He died. The little girl survived. And after a while, they took her in as if she were one of their own. And after a while, she lost the tint of greenness to her skin. And she started to tell people about the land that they came from, and they got lost in a cave and walked and finally made their way out. And they found this village out of a cave entrance. And they showed them the cave entrance that they come from and everything. And she described of a land on basically the inside of Earth, a hollow Earth, if you will. And she said that's where they came from, and they ate some sort of beans, and they didn't have direct light. That's why they had a greenish tint to their skin. And that happens. Like, if you don't get sunlight in the way you're supposed to, like, that's what happens to your skin. You get a green tint. And that's what makes me think that there might be something to this Middle Earth. Now, granted, that is a story passed down and written, but supposedly this happened, and I think it was Woolpit. I think they're called the Children of Woolpit.
Rings a bell. I'll have to look it up.
I'll Google it and make sure that's what they're called. It's an interesting rabbit hole. Green Children of Woolpit. Yeah. And let me see where. Okay. No, that's not in. That's in England. Yeah. It was in Suffolk, England, in the village of Woolpit. But I couldn't remember if it was Ireland. I knew it was somewhere over there. Not good with geography when it comes to there, honestly. Like, they all, UK, Ireland, Scotland, like, they're all the same to me.
Well, they're all the UK. That's England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales.
So they're just all, I always call England the UK, but yeah, it's all just.
Yep.
I know there's differences, and I know that Irish and Scottish and English get real pissed off to hear people say that, but I want to go over there. I hope that we don't have to have forever mandatory vaccinations to go over there, because I'd like to go over there one day, but I'm not.
One day we'll be able to travel again.
The universe messed up a major twin in the same timeline, Krissi. My 22-year-old stepdaughter is your doppelganger. Really? Wow. You probably don't want to send me a picture of your 20-year-old stepdaughter, but that'd be interesting to see. And hell yeah, she's 22. Cool. That's a lot younger than me. Yay. I just got compared to a 22-year-old.
Yay.
Made my day.
Yeah, there you go. Oh.
That's pretty crazy. I do think that there are doppelgangers out there.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely are. Absolutely are.
Your stepdaughter doesn't do Comic-Cons. She doesn't dress up as somebody specific, or by any chance, does she? Because I've met a few doppelgangers over the years. And it's like, whoa, hey!
Yeah, that's funny. Hey.
I never realized that so many people look like me, or I look like so many people, until post 2016. I think that's when it came out. I can't remember. I guess 2016. Because I always heard you look like blank, and I'd never seen this movie. Did not realize, like, I'm like, what? And in my mind, I had purple hair. And I'm like, I have purple hair. But I guess everybody translated it as that, you know?
Yep. Yep.
And in my mind, I'm just like, no, my hair's purple. No. And then I saw the pictures. I'm like, maybe. And people thought I was lying. I'm like, oh, really? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm old.
Yeah.
I don't know all these youngins, what they're up to. But I'm going dark for a second. I'm going to holler at Rusty, so I'm going mute for a second, but then I'll unmute it and be back.
Okay.
There you go. Halfway way through law school. Good deal.
Hey, congratulations. I was pre-law for a little while.
Is she a Libra? Ooh. Is she the scales? Yeah. That's usually what Libras go into is criminal justice law, some in one field or another of it. A lot of them. All right, BRB.
Yeah. All right. So Mr. Hugh, have you encountered any leprechaun? You know, my grandmother warned me of how to spot them, and you know, to turn your jacket inside out if you run across one, so they can't see you to take you away. It was a very interesting education. Very, very, very Catholic woman, but boy, she was raised in the countryside of County Galway, and she knew her lore, we'll say. So, but yeah, I haven't been to the Land Between the Lakes in years. I can't wait to go back and check that out.
It's not. It's the beast from Land Between the Lakes, but it's like really a beast. It's not Bigfoot.
Oh well, I'm going either way.
I mean, I had never heard the story. Like a folklore story of it.
Me and Rusty were just talking about the Land Between the Lakes deal. He looked it up and was telling me about it. I'll have to look into that because Pyro, are you familiar with any website that goes with this? Because my boyfriend just told me he was having issues finding something on it. I couldn't really, I didn't see much on it either.
Oh, not yet. Not yet, Mr. Hugh. Yeah. I've never seen one myself. I mean, Grandma said that they, you know, I probably wouldn't because I'm over here, but thought I'd ask. Yeah.
Is it true that they don't have much of a Bigfoot legend in the UK?
Yes.
And that's something pretty much.
They do have a beast in part of I can't remember where in Ireland, but yeah, it's not really like a Yeti or a Sasquatch or a Bigfoot.
I gotcha. Hey, Papa, see, is Sawdust Beast and Beast of the Woods do Beast TV? Are you referring to YouTube channels? I'm sorry, I'm dumb and I'm slow over here, especially tonight, but is that what you mean? I'm sorry if I'm not following. But are those YouTube channels? Is that? Maybe I should ask my cards. What did Papa see mean? But no, I'm writing that down in my little date book. I'm there.
Yeah.
Hope to see a lot of folks there.
That'd be cool. He said yes, YouTube channels.
Okay, yeah, okay. Then I'll look into them. I'm gonna go subscribe right now while I'm thinking about it, because I'll forget.
I know the feeling. But well, I have to take the doggies out still tonight, so I need to hop off of here.
Okay.
So I'm sorry about that.
No, that's fine. I'll probably let me just go ahead and come back on camera. I'm sitting here like researching stuff, looking like an idiot. I was trying to find that Bigfoot stuff, but where is there's my button. Okay.
Hey.
But okay, she has to go and I have to go. I might I don't know. I was thinking about coming back on live, but don't hold your breath. Because I'm not feeling great either tonight, y'all.
Tend to your body, girl.
Right.
Tend to your body.
Well, you have a good night, and y'all have a good night.
Thank you all for watching and for all the subs on my page. I do really appreciate our channel or YouTube, whatever. Thank you.
All right. Well, have a good night, and we'll catch you next time. But check into that Bigfoot stuff. I'll send you what I find.
Excellent. Thank you. See you all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.